Good morning, how are you going there today? We're off for a little walk. Now I'm on a track that I haven't shown you before today, so there should be some new and interesting sights for you to see along the way. There's also something really special that might just be out at this time of year that I'm hoping to find, and I'll show you what that is a bit later on. Got some new boots on today, just trying them out. They're so new I can't even remember the name of the brand. I'll put it up on the screen for you. We'll give them a run, see how they go. So far so good. Maybe 1 kilometre in, no problems yet. It's a nice little morning. I did hope for a sunrise earlier, and I filmed all the way from home to here, hoping we would see some nice things. So whatever I managed to catch, I'll show it to you right now. So we're at the Dandhara Crags in the Gibraltar Range National Park. Half of this walk follows this beautiful little creek behind me called Surveyor's Creek. And then the other half folds up around a little bit of granite country where we might just find some of what we're looking for. There's a lot of wildflowers out at this time of year. We're at the end of October and it's a beautiful time to come here. And from now right through to the end of summer, this heathland will be awash with flowers. We should see a good range today as we walk. Now, the weather's getting hot and I don't do hot real well. So I'm trying to get my walks in a bit earlier in the day. We'll be finished before lunchtime, I hope. There's some early Baronias out, some tea tree, some grevilleas, some bottlebrush. Have a look at these ones. Now you might be wondering, why is this called the Dandhara Crags Walk? Well, just behind me you might see the answer. Most of this walk is pretty flat. There's a few little undulations but nothing major. You walk around this heathland, this high altitude swamp. Bordered by a gorgeous little stream that runs all the way around it until we turn around at the end. Bordered by wildflowers This place is a haven for certain types of wildlife. I'm a bit late and a bit loud. We probably won't see too many this morning. Just on the edge of it all are these rocky crags, these granite outcrops that have weathered more slowly than the softer surrounding rocks. Now we are about 800, 900 metres above sea level here. It's part of a tablelands. But some of the surrounding mountains can climb up to 1100, 1200 metres. A little bit further down the Great Dividing Range, they get up to 1400, 1500 metres. The crags themselves though are a couple of hundred metres higher than this surrounding heathland and give a beautiful view right out across the valley. That's what we're going to have a look at as we go around in our search to find that special little something that I hope to be able to show you soon. There they are again, just behind me. Those are the crags we're going up today. We're actually surrounded by little crags of rock. All of these hills are largely granite formations with only very thin topsoil on them, and then these large granite crags poke out the top. It's been quite dry lately and very hot for this early in the year. We're normally still getting frost here in October, but this year the overnight temperatures are already getting up into double figures. It's ridiculously hot for us. We're going to have a top of 26 or 27 today, and that's summer temperatures for us. We should be getting that in December, not in October. I'm trying to film a few birds to show you. Damn it, they're quick. A lot faster than me. The ones I'm seeing at the moment are crimson rosellas, which scoot off when I get anywhere near, and swallows. The swallows feed in the air, so they're pretty quick, catching insects on the wing as they go, eh? Now, I don't know a lot about birds. I'm not a keen bird watcher. I enjoy seeing them, but I don't know much about them. Now, some of the things we're looking for might start cropping up pretty soon, but in the meantime you can have a look at some of this other stuff. What a beautiful, beautiful array of wildflowers there are. And there's a bee getting stuck in. Good stuff. What a magical place this is. Through spring and summer there's always something new, something evolving. These are gorgeous and they're only just starting. Now, this formation behind me is called Cardinal's Cap. Now, I can't see a Cardinal's Cap in it. Anyway, you tell me what you can see. Now, the thing I'm looking for is called Tilapia, or Tilapia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what it's called. And that means seen from afar. Once we find one, there'll be no confusing it. We'll know what we're looking at. I just haven't seen one yet. I have seen them around here before at this time of year, and I'm hoping I'm going to see one soon. So I'd like to show it to you. That's a look down the swamp. That's back towards where we started from. We've just about reached the end. It's another few hundred metres. Then we turn the corner. Then we're going to be heading up these crags. I'll take you for the walk up there. I've only been up there once before, but it's an inspiring view and you can get a really good look out from up there. We'll head up there and we'll take a break, but I'm just hoping somewhere in the bush around here we're going to find that thing I'm looking for. Trying to follow a bit of a route track here, slightly off trail. Got my snake gaiters on today. It is that time of year again. The odds of actually seeing one are pretty low, but we accidentally step on one, we'll know all about it. Now you can creep around this forest in all directions looking for these things. Sometimes they're plentiful, sometimes they're harder to see. They can be more common a couple of years after a fire has been through. There hasn't been a fire here for about 5 years. You can still see some remains of fires. Here's a tree that didn't make it last time. That was the 2019-2020 fires. But even without the fires, we get these remarkable arrays of wildflowers just poking up out of the bush. And every now and then, you'll see one of these things. Now that's what I've been looking for. This striking, beautiful red colour emerging out of the bush. And that is the Gibraltar Range Waratah. What a cracker. This is only a small plant. Here I am by comparison. So it's about my shoulder height. These grow up to 3 metres tall, which should be up around there somewhere. What beauties they are. What absolute beauties. I'll try and take a few still photos and try and capture the colours, but it's so hard because it's so vibrant. I seem to favour these dry granite spots away from moisture. A big tall spindly plant. You wouldn't think much of it until you see a flower. Then you get this majestic bloom. Now these are a different species to the Sydney Banksias that are found throughout the south. Until the 1990s, they were considered to be the same, but since then they've been classified as their own species. The Gibraltar Range Waratah, which only grows in the Gibraltar Ranges, where I am today, is a very unique and rare and endangered plant. There's a whole little cluster of them up in here and up around this ridge. A few more up there. More over there. A few here I've just gone past. But because these are so rare, there's a big fine attached to harvesting them, which is good. I think it's something like $35,000 if you got caught taking one of these plants. There's not a lot of point in taking it, because if you look at where it grows, this isn't like your average home garden. This is very poor granite soil. You can see it's right on top of a rock there. So it's not nutrient dense, and they rely on a bit of rainfall, but they can't have wet feet. They need good drainage and all the rest of it. So you would never be able to grow this in your home garden. So there's really no reason to come and try and take one. Righto, let's go climb the crags, eh? About to get serious. I think I'll put my camera in the bag. Let's have a look at this tree here. That's a stringy bark tree. That's what it normally looks like. Quite rough textured. Down here it's very smooth, so everybody grabs hold when they're climbing up. Some good fitness and agility is required for this part of the track. The rest of it's pretty easy though. I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm doing this twice just to show you. Getting up a bit of height now. Probably climbed like 60 metres, something like that. We're not there yet. My fitness isn't quite there at the moment. I've had a few weeks off walking. I've been away doing some other things. You'll see some of that soon. A couple of months ago I was walking very regular, long kilometres, and was really starting to get somewhere. The last month or so I haven't had much chance. So this is a good chance for me to start getting a bit of that fitness back. I'm going to need it. Some of the places I plan to take you. Let's go. Oh, that's where we've come from. Look at this little thing. I think the flowers are just finished. Not sure what it is. Looks like it's doing a tough. It could use a bit of rain. Beautiful little plant. Here's those little flowers again. A little bit less dead looking. Beautiful. Oh. Don't fall off the cliff if you can help it. Look, here's what they look like when they're fresh. Beautiful. So, we're pretty much there. Here are some cairns people have built. And in the grand tradition, I made it. I'm out of the wind a little bit here. The wind's quite strong out on the rocks. But what a beautiful little place this is. Come and spend a bit of time. This looks like a spot where some folks have been camping. Be an awesome spot to camp. On every side, you get these beautiful views. So I'm very pleased I made it here. Now there'll be no more footage of me walking, not because I can't be bothered, but because I actually just broke the cheap Kmart selfie stick that I use as a walking tripod. I'm going to have to buy something a little bit better. Anyway, we got you this far. What do you reckon? Tell me what you think. Worth it for a walk? Definitely worth it for me. There's a little swallow's nest. Nothing in it, but it's the birds I was trying to film before. Righto, so we're back down. Those rocks up there, that's where we just were. Had a little break. Actually had a good long break. Had some coffee, had something to eat, and really sat and enjoyed those views. what a spectacular place it is. Well worth the climb, well worth the walk. I'm just walking back to the car now, and I'm expecting this next little section to be pretty busy. It's a Sunday, and when the Waratahs are out, usually most weekends people are out having a look for them. So this next stretch is usually one of the busier places. I'll probably see some Waratahs, but I bet I'll also see a bunch of other people. So I generally try not to film around a lot of other people. I prefer to respect their privacy. I choose to put my face on YouTube, but not everyone does. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you very much for watching it. I appreciate your company as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.